Okay, so word of warning. Do not say the word immigration in front of a lefty politician. It actually drives them insane. Okay, so watching the Week in Politics yesterday with Ivana Bacik. Ivana Bacik was on the Week in Politics, and she literally said that even saying the word immigration is horrific. She said, I'm horrified. I am horrified. Let me play you a 30-second clip of Ivana Bacik, who is the leader of the Labour Party, supposedly for the workers and the working class of Ireland. Here we go.
We have no time for dog whistle talk and rhetoric on migration, and we'll be absolutely clear that's a red line. It's a personal issue for me as the granddaughter of immigrants to this country, and I really believe we have to absolutely stand firm against the politics of the far right, against the politics of hate, and we need to be really clear on migration policy. I was horrified, frankly, at the Taoiseach's recent comments on migration, not fact-based, not evidence-based, and conflating, really in a dangerous manner, I believe,
you
migration
may say that,
generally
but many voters would welcome
seekers.
So, Ivana Bacik is horrified. Now, let's remember what exactly Simon Harris said, because that's who she's referring to there. So, Simon Harris simply said, migration is too high and we need a conversation. That's all he said. And that has driven Ivana wild. Ivana has been driven wild by those words. So, Ivana and all the lefties, the Labour Party, People Before Profit, Sinn Féin, blah, 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 they do not want even a conversation about immigration. You are not allowed to mention the word immigration. And it also tells us, she says she's horrified. I lost count of the amount of buzzwords, the Trinity College politics buzzwords, lefty buzzwords were in that 30-second clip. I counted racist, far right, dog whistle. I mean, they're all absolutely insane. The whole thing is insane. So it tells us that the lefties will bring the entire globe here if they have to. And they will never, ever, ever go for deportations or remigration or any of the things that are necessary for us to get Ireland back on track again. The lefties will not. And if you are a young person or you know a young person who votes for the Labour Party or People Before Profit, please do share this video with them and share the info with them that I always share with you guys, because they are confused, or not even confused. They are led down the garden path by Pied Piper people in red suits like Ivana Bacik. She wore her red yesterday. Comrade Bacik wore her red yesterday. The Labour Party. They are supposedly for the working class and the working class areas of the country, and they're not. They are for the elite. They are for the big greedy landlords. We know the iPass billionaires, millionaires that have been created with this whole mass immigration racket that's happened the last 2 years. The likes of Ivana Bacik and the Labour Party and People Before Profit and Sinn Féin are working hand in glove with these greedy landlords. And they purport then to be for the working class. And we saw that during the Coolock, the trouble at Coolock and Newtown Mount Kennedy and all the areas, my own area, Sligo here, Globe House. If you say a word about these places, about these iPass centres, about the greedy millionaire landlords, you are called far-right, racist, xenophobe nonsense. Okay? It's all pathetic nonsense. And I put Ivana's 30-second clip up yesterday on X. I wish you were on it. If you're not on it, please get on it, because the comments, my post has blown up. The Week in Politics, the RTE show, put up a post themselves, put up the same clip actually, and that's where I got it, and I put it up. They got 15 likes. I think last night when I went to bed, it was on 1,600 likes and tons of comments. And the comments are the things that I advise all of you to get on and read. So if you want to set up an account, please do. You don't have to post. You can just go on and you could see my stuff and you could see other people's really good stuff and you read the comments, and that gives you a real flavour. So I don't know who Ivana Bacik is talking to there yesterday on The Week in Politics. I know the presenter is probably a comrade of hers because she didn't say a word. What she should have said was, hang on, Ivana, how can even talking about immigration horrify you? That doesn't sound right. Something's wrong, Ivana. Check yourself. Check yourself, because something is wrong. As a matter of fact, we're horrified. The people at home are horrified. We're horrified at everything that's going on. We're horrified at mass immigration. We're horrified that it was let go. We're horrified that whenever we bring it up, we're called every name under the sun. We're horrified at the whole situation. And bear in mind that Ivana Bacik, who is supposed to be for the working class, she represents D4, which is the most elite place in the country. Dublin 4. So she calls regular people who even bring up immigration, she calls that far-right rhetoric, okay? She calls people xenophobes and whatever, racist, whatever, okay? We all know it's all pathetic nonsense at this stage. But anyway, Ivana is from D4 and she represents D4, sorry. And Saks Hotel in Donnybrook last year was earmarked for an iPass centre. And obviously the people there, just like the people in Coolock, didn't want it there. But what happened in Donnybrook? Did Ivana come out and call them far-right and racist and xenophobe? No, Ivana stayed quiet. Ivana Bacik stayed quiet when it relates to the elite and the rich and the upper class. So there must have been something in the background, there must have been meetings, I'm sure her phone lit up. Even the media, even the Irish Independent did an article when the iPass Centre idea was dropped, okay, like a hot potato. I'm sure Ivana Bacik was representing her elite there. But anyway, the idea was dropped. And not once did she come out and call those locals and those neighbours and those people in that community far-right or racist. In fact, the Irish Independent did a spectacular article on it. And in the headline it said, I feel like I've won the lottery, one person said who lives there. If it had gone ahead, our houses would have been worthless. Did Ivana Bacik say a word about that person? Or about those people? Did she bring up that article and go on The Week in Politics that week and say, hey, what do you mean your houses would be worthless? That's far-right racist rhetoric. She did not. She stayed quiet. Ivana Bacik knows when to open her mouth and when to stay quiet. And yesterday she opened her mouth, and yesterday she told the nation that she finds the mere mention of having a discussion on immigration horrific. They would have no caps on immigration. If every job and every house was taken, they still would have no cap on immigration. They want open borders. We know they are open border fanatics, and there is no limit to them. And in fact, they will not even have a discussion, never mind on deportations, they won't have a discussion on the very word immigration. And they stand by while mass immigration is wrecking the place, causing so much hassle. So many people want immigration handled, 82% in the last poll. I don't know who Ivana Bacik and who RTE thought were interested in that piece yesterday, because every single person at home is not interested anymore. They've had it. And they don't want to hear words like dog whistle, far-right, xenophobe nonsense. They just want immigration handled. They want houses for their children and grandchildren. They want young couples who are ready to start a family and get married and move in together and have their babies. They want them to be able to do that. They don't care anymore, Ivana Bacik. They don't care about your stupid Trinity College words and nonsense. Your days are over of the nonsense. It's over. It's unbelievable. In 30 seconds, you showed the nation your true colours, and that's red. Your true colours are red. You will hear nothing. You will sort out nothing for the young people of Ireland. The young Irish. And you stand by, all of you left-wing people, while there are NGOs created in Ireland whose specific job is to find racism among the Irish and to use the Irish taxpayers' money to call the Irish racist. And that is not good enough. That is where mass immigration has got us. And Ivana Bacik and the Labour Party and People Before Profit and Sinn Féin, we've had it. The ordinary person on the street has had it. And now we have to wake up the young people who vote for ye. Because the young people who vote for ye will be left with nothing. If ye get your way, they will be left with nothing. Simon Harris also said for every 10,000 people that come to this land, 3,000 houses are needed. On top of all the people waiting already for a house. And ye do not want to turn off the tap. In fact, on your performance yesterday, Ivana Bacik, it looks like the tap's only dripping at the minute. It looks like the tap is about to flow. We have the UK talking about deporting up to 2 million people. Where are they going to go? They already tell us, Micheál Martin has already told us that 80% come through from the UK via the north. I think we all know where they're going to go. We have the EU Migration Pact coming, which dictates that the EU will tell member states who have stupidly opted into it. When Denmark opted out, Ireland, stupidly, they put us into it. Helen McEntee. The EU will dictate how many asylum seekers we can take based on our GDP and our population density per square kilometre. Work that out for yourselves. There is absolute chaos coming. We thought it was bad. It's about to get a lot worse. The tap was only dripping. Ivana Bacik and the lefties want to put it into full flow. Well, it's a good job they have us. It is a good job they have us to check them, to check their nonsense and their batshit crazy rhetoric. It's not far-right rhetoric. What Ivana Bacik said yesterday was batshit crazy. Crazy talk. She is horrified. We're horrified. We are horrified at what has become of this nation. And we are going to work twice as hard as ye to sort it out. So that's all I will say today. As always, if you want to set up an account on X, please do. It's simple, it's easy. You can download it onto your phone. Help elderly people set one up if you want. You don't have to post. You do not have to post. That's my main message. I will post. You can just follow me, read the comments. It's the main thing you got to do there on X. It's fantastic. And I'll be back tomorrow with news. Guess what they want to do now? To sort the housing crisis. They want the elderly to split their homes into apartments. So we're heading back to the tenements days. So I'll bring you a piece on that tomorrow. For now, please like, subscribe and share the info with your neighbours and friends and work colleagues. In the staff room, it'll be very interesting chat. Ask them, did they hear Ivana Bacik yesterday saying she's horrified? She's absolutely horrified. So actually, you should mention immigration to every single person you can. Hopefully the lefties get it in the ear everywhere they go. Immigration, immigration, immigration. It drives them wild, but maybe that's the thing to sort them out, give their heads a wobble. Certainly what Ivana Bacik needs to hear more of. We've had it. Enough is enough. Ireland says no. Ireland says no. It ends. And we need to know what ye are going to do to sort it out. That's all the nation is waiting for. What is the next step to sorting all this out? Okay, guys, see you on the next one. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye.